What is it? Hold on,
Oh, dude, weather's been absolutely crazy lately.
welcome to the Wolves Den podcast. I'm your host, as always, Midway JJ, and I am here with a very, very special guest, and I'm very excited about this. In case you can't tell, I am here with Daft, the first member of Ulfhednar to get his own creator code. Daft, how you doing today, brother?
I'm really good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing lovely. What time is it over there since you're over there in the UK?
8 o'clock in the evening.
8 o'clock in the evening, sun's still out. Here in the United States, in the Midwest, it's only 2 o'clock. So I appreciate Dav taking time out of his evening to be with us. Um,
Yeah,
First question I want to ask, man, how long you been streaming?
January.
January?
Um, Officially from January. I started streaming Destiny 2 last November. Didn't really take it seriously. I didn't know what to do.
Hmm.
I didn't really ask anyone for advice or do the whole social media networking thing. So I kind of sacked it off. Um, Came back in January. Decided I wouldn't mind giving it a shot. Just rebranded. Literally started from zero followers on Twitter. Made a bunch of friends, networked, got the right advice, met some of the right people, and yeah, man, it just went from there. It's been a bit of a crazy ride to be honest so far.
It always is, brother. I'm just putting out the tweet right now. I forgot to put it out earlier. I'm doing that right now.
So good.
Done, done, done. So if you've only been streaming since January, right now on Twitter, I know you're at over 1,000 followers, which is huge. I mean, it is a big deal. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I know you said you did it through networking and everything else like that. Was there any one point that you were like, you know what, I can do this. Like I can get to where I want to be.
Um, no, not really. Not in a sort of negative way. I guess I was just. I've seen a lot of people have success with these kind of things, and I know it changes you as a person, or changes some people. And
Hmm.
I didn't really, I didn't want to go down that route, so I've always tried to sort of take it a day at a time, stay
Hmm.
humble, if you will. I mean, some days I'm going to lose 50 followers. The next day I might gain 60 followers. I mean,
Right.
you might. I mean, it's you take the rough with the smooth, really. All I know is that I wanted to do it. Um, when I started doing it in January, I was actually unemployed, so I had more time to put into it, which is how I think I sort of got that initial boost.
Okay.
Um, and then at the end of January, I actually started a new job. So it slowed down a bit, but then I had to find time elsewhere to sort of make up for that loss.
Right. 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 And you were just talking about how some days you'll lose 50 followers, but the next day you'll gain 60. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's one of the hardest things for people to grasp when they start streaming is it's not always going to be this steady, even ride. Like there's a lot of peaks and valleys. Um,
Yeah.
and what do you say? Well, how about this? What's the most followers you've ever gained in one day that you can remember or recollect?
Um, Probably midway through January. Um, Certain reasons I won't name them, but I made a couple of friends. I made a couple of friends, and I quite liked the content at the time. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try push it for them. I'm going to try help them.
Hmm.
And I helped them in some ways. Do you know what I mean? I helped them get a bit more exposure. Helped them get a few interviews with a couple of people that have helped them in that sense. Literally, he put out one tweet with my Twitter name in it, and the next day, I think I'd gone from 6 or 7 followers to 180,
Holy
200
cow!
from one tweet, and I met a load of people through that. People I'm still friends with now, Chuck Nasty, Necromancer, Cheese Whiz, Nick Austin, people like that who've sort of stayed with me the entire journey. Um, so yeah, man, a lot of followers overnight kind of breaks your internet a little bit.
But I mean, that's the power of Twitter. Like you said, one tweet, literally one tweet helped you get rolling. And I think people need to embrace social media more, at least the good aspects, because we know there are a lot of negative aspects on social media that can bring us all down. Um,
Yeah, man.
let's get into what games you play. I know you said you play Destiny 2. I know you play Apex. I know you play COD. Is there anything else there that you fancy?
All right, so games that I've played in the past or upcoming games, or just both.
Okay, okay, cool, cool.
Uh,
Let's see what else was I gonna say about Destiny. Oh, I know you have a clan on Destiny because you invited Crip and Crip's invited me, which I still have to accept the invite. Um, what about Destiny drew you to Destiny? Like, what for you? Were you a fan since the beginning, or was it just something you're like, hey, I kind of like that?
no, man, it was really weird how it came about. I was playing Infinite Warfare at the time, and I was literally sort of really focused in on that. At that point, I was in another team. Things weren't really going that well. Um, so Destiny 2 was available for pre-order, and it had been
Mhm.
thrown around between a couple of people. I've never played D1 at all. So I thought, all right, well, I'll check it out. There was a free demo for Destiny 1. I think I
Okay.
played it for, and it asked me to buy it, and I was like, nah, man, the second one's coming out. I might as well just buy that. So yeah, bought the second one, and that was it. I fell in love with it just from then on. Um, yeah, it's a grindy ass game, man. Like
Yes.
literally,
Yes,
it's
it
one of
is.
the kind of forces you to play it so much to the extent whereas if you so much as take one day off or even a few hours, you're gonna miss out on something. And that was, I think, after a while, one aspect that I didn't like about it, but sort of balanced it out a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those games where you need to stay in touch with. You need to play 4 to 5 days a week to actually stay up to date on all the content. Otherwise, I feel like you miss out on a lot of things.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But it's not just about the comp games, man. It's not just about Destiny. I mean, I like Horizon Zero Dawn, PS4 exclusive, probably
Hmm.
one of my all-time favorite RPGs ever. The Witcher 3, absolutely phenomenal
Yes, it
game.
was.
No Man's Sky, Days Gone wasn't as bad as what people say it was, so buy it. Anthem, despite its flaws, man, I really enjoyed that. My partner Amy, went to France in May for a couple of weeks, and I mean, we bought Anthem when it came out, and I've not touched it at all. And I thought, oh, if she's away, I might as well give it another look in. And I think for 2 weeks straight, like the entire time she was away, I was on Anthem every night, and I had a blast. And then she came back, and stopped playing it, so back to Destiny.
Yeah, we actually Crippler and myself, we got Anthem, Mad Kyle, the mad scientist, kind of talked us into getting it, and we grinded it. I want to say for about a week, and after that, it was just I don't know, man. It was just something about it that
There's no end game, dude.
yeah,
Like,
I
there's a,
mean maybe that's what it like. There was no goal in mind. You know what I mean? It was just
yeah,
hey, like look at all this different loot we can get you. Oh, we can get you this, but what's the point? You're just kind of you're just kind of there. Um,
yeah.
I want to talk about this, and this is a huge, huge deal for you. And I know this just happened recently. Your creator code, like when that first hit,
What?
yeah, like was that your reaction to it, or was it just like a wow that finally happened? What was it, man? How'd it feel?
I would pretty much say the reaction you've just got is the reaction that I give my phone when I got the email through. Um, I honestly, like, I've never really asked for sort of help when it comes to followers, networking, stuff like that. I've always tried to sort of maintain it myself and grind it and meet people and interact and stuff. Um, because I genuinely think that's the right way to go about it.
Hmm.
But man, that last push was so hard. I had no idea what else I could do to sort of get over the 950 mark. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or I'll just do it. I'll see. Do you know what I mean? What's the worst that can happen? I either
Right.
gain some followers or I stay at 950 and I keep pushing. Um, and yeah, man, it fucking blew up. The support was absolutely insane. I woke up the next day and I was on like 980. And then as I were at work, and obviously I'm at work, I look through microscopes, I look for asbestos fibres in a microscope. So I've got like a big fume cabinet in front of me. I put
Okay.
my phone down here. My phone just keeps lighting up. It's like someone, and I'm there trying to do my work, man. I'm checking my follows, and I just got my manager sat behind me, like, "What are you doing?" And then yeah, I got home, um, and I checked it, and I'd hit 1,001 followers, and I applied for it as soon as I got in. and then it was just a waiting game. And I got the email. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I can't really remember. Um, buzzing, man. Absolutely couldn't be any happier.
Stop. Sorry, my dog's yelling. She sees the mailman outside. Come on, sister. You're
Uh,
fine. Um, Now, Daft's creator code, it's very simple. It's four letters. It's Daft. It's Daft. You cannot mess it up. You cannot screw it up. So make sure you use that. Again, his creator code is Daft.
yeah.
Daft. Oh, see, now both my little dogs going. The joys of being live. The joys of being live. All right, man. One thing I always like to talk about, because I have worked with a couple different people who were born across the pond, as I like to say. What is the main difference you see between UK streamers and US streamers? Like, what is the one thing that you notice besides the accent, obviously?
um, I would say lack of awareness in the UK, probably.
Really?
I'll give you a perfect example.
Okay.
I made a phone call this morning to my internet provider. She was a lovely woman, talking to her about increasing my speeds and getting everything started. And she asked why I was so interested. So I told her what we do: we stream, play competitively, we
Mhm.
do all. And she had absolutely no idea at all what
Really?
any of it. Yeah, she didn't even know about the little kid from London, a 15-year-old who won $3.5 million from Fortnite World Cup tournament.
Wow.
Now, I'm pretty sure if I phoned an internet provider in America and they about streaming games, competitive tournaments, they would know exactly what I'm on about. So I would say the biggest difference is the lack of awareness. Um, People in this country still think it's nothing, that we just sit and play video games and we're
Mhm.
lazy and we don't do anything, and we have this really sort of negative stigma that get going against us all the time.
Mhm.
Whereas I reckon in America I could have quite a few conversations with a few strangers about streaming and gaming. It'd be all right. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't look at me like I'm weird.
No, not
Whereas
at all.
lack of awareness, man. Not enough tournaments, not enough funding. The funding that we do have generally comes from America anyway.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, and I think people should be sort of more aware that it is a viable career and it has great potential to people together on under the right circumstances. Um, and I'd just like the UK and the EU to be more aware of, I mean, the market that is there.
Right. I mean, that honestly, that just makes me want to support my UK brothers and sisters even more. Like, I didn't realize, excuse me, I didn't realize it was that bad. I mean, one of the things you said when you called your internet provider for faster speeds, they didn't have any idea what the hell you were talking about. When I call Comcast here, they're like, "Are you going to use it for gaming? Are you going to use it for streaming?" I'm like, "Yes." Like they know right away. So that's insane. I did not expect that whatsoever. So basically, then, with your channel is going to keep growing, you could get in on the ground floor in the UK. I mean, you have the potential because it's only going to get bigger over there. You have the potential to be one of the first, big UK streamers. I mean, do you think is that something you want to do, or are you
Uh,
just happy with where you are and just growing a little bit each day?
I would say that's, I think for anyone that's the end goal, whether you want to admit it or not, to be
Mhm.
successful, to be as successful as some of the large streamers in the US. Um, Whether that's, like I said, whether that's your intention or not, that's the end goal. I mean, otherwise, what's the point in doing it? Do you know what I mean? It goes somewhere at some point.
Right.
But as it stands, I'm sort of juggling quite a lot at the minute. And I'm just happy with the steady growth. It's a pace I can keep up with. It's a pace that's
Mhm.
not sort of interfering with my personal relationships, my
Mhm.
son, partner, my job. Do you know what I mean? Everything's intact still.
Mhm.
Uh, I know I kind of piss and moan a little bit about I'm not feeling around and stuff like that, but that's by the by. But yeah, man, just steady pace to keep up with. I mean, I'm 30 now, man. I'm getting old. I'm almost as old as TG.
I'm still older than brother. I'm 39 years old, man. So I'm like the godfather of Ulfhednar, the whole man. Um, Yeah, I like what you brought up too. You brought up about trying to keep a relationship with your partner, your kid, and everything else in your job, and that's one thing that people I don't say need to understand, but just need to realize like this is a part time gig for us. Like not all of us can afford just to stream for 10 hours a day and live off of it. So like you put in your time at work, you take care of your partner, you take care of your kid, and then in your free time, you try to give us beautiful content, which is what you do, which is why you got your creator code. I mean, I wish people would be more understanding because there are certain days I'm sure where you don't want to stream, where you're just beat up, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's normal for anyone, to be honest. Um, but just, I will touch on this though before we carry on. My partner takes care of me because if she sees this and she thinks that I'm saying she looks after me, she's very, very, very good. Hey, mate, I love you to bits.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, man. That's for anybody who is behind the camera, so to speak. Whether it's you know boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever. Like they are truly understanding when we do
Yeah,
what we do. Kids as well. Just like right now, I have my twins here. They know dad's doing his podcast. He's got to leave me chill for a little bit, and they're a little bit older, so it's all cool. But yeah. Um, Another thing I want to talk to you about is I kind of want to talk to you about that Fortnite tournament. You said when the kid won, that lady didn't even know that he won that much money. I mean, is that like commonplace over there? Like, just I mean, and I'm not talking about like small little things. I mean, just people don't care, or people just choose to ignore it.
Um, I think probably both. I mean, I'm quite happy in saying that we do have some quite successful esports team in the UK.
Hmm.
But like I said, due to lack of funding, unless they manage to get funding from America or, do you know what I mean? They don't really get the exposure that um, the sort of top tier teams get, like
Hmm.
100 Thieves and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I never see videos on YouTube of a UK esports team getting their own facility and spending
Right.
all this, investing back into the players. Do you know what I mean? Like those kind of teams do. Um, and I think because of England's sort of heritage of work, 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 graft, 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 graft. People kind of, especially the older generation, see this as sort of, best way I can put it, sitting on your ass not doing anything. Basically, that's just how they view it.
Okay.
And some don't care. Just like I said, lack of awareness, mate. It's anything. If you're not aware of something, you can't respect it or understand it.
Right.
So,
I completely get it. They think you're just being lazy, that you just sit in front of a TV or a monitor and playing video games all day and not doing anything with your life. When in
yeah,
reality, like you're bringing something more into your life. I mean, you wouldn't stream unless you enjoy it. It's
exactly.
your way of relaxing, of letting down your hair and just having fun and just mashing the buttons and mashing some people in some video games. I mean, that's
Yeah, hang out with your friends, kill a few people, get a few.
yeah. I mean, that's what we all do. Um, One thing I have to know too. I have to know this. Have you ever been to a soccer match? I'm sorry, a football match before?
Uh, yes, sir, I have. I used to play football a lot growing up.
Okay.
Um, when I was 5 or 6, my old man used to take me to a football team called Sheffield Wednesday. I used to play in the academy for them.
Oh wow.
Um, Played with them for a couple of years. It's quite funny, really, because he came to pick me up. I remember this vividly. He came to pick me up on the Friday for training Saturday morning. And I said to him, Dad, I want to take my action, man. And he was like, no, we're literally going to, we're picking you up. You're going to go to sleep. We'll get up at 5:30, go to training. I'm going to drop you off at home. That's it, job done. I was like, no, I want to take my action, man. I'm not going. I can take it. So I was like, all right, well, I'm not going. And I quit football on that level. And then I just started playing Sunday league teams and stuff. School, played a lot of football at school. Um, but yeah, man, proper football matches, big stadiums. It's an environment you definitely need to experience. even if you're not a football fan, just the atmosphere is great in itself. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's why I was asking is because the atmosphere. And here in the states, baseball, football, basketball, and Major League Soccer is slowly starting to come up. But and I've been to all of them. I've never seen the environment that a European soccer match provides, and it's for me anyways. I can't speak for the rest of America, but for me, it's hard to fathom how so many people can just be that enthusiastic, and it's and not in a bad way, like not in a bad way. Like it's amazing. Like when COD had their tournament, I believe it was over in London this year. The crowd
Yep.
was amazing. Like
Oh yeah.
it was literally amazing. Is every European football match like that? Like just that hype and that amped up?
Honestly, yeah, it's absolutely incredible how much passion some of these fans have. And again, sort of not getting into the negative side of
Mm.
football, focusing on the positive, man. The passion's there. It's ridiculous. But you find that with any sport. Do you know what I mean? I honestly think the UK and Europe has an amazing passion for boxing,
Hmm.
cricket, well, do you know what I mean? Boxing and cricket. I mean, look at football stadiums. How many do you fit in? What, 100, 200,000 people a game?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? You go to a boxing match with less than with I don't know 50,000 people in a little tiny arena,
Right.
and you can get they're going to make just as much noise as what the 200,000 people are going to make in the football stadium. So yeah, man, it's a beautiful atmosphere. Just to see everyone on the same page.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
The one thing that I love the chants. I love the chants that the European crowds get going in anything. I've never watched cricket. Me and Mad talk about this all the time because it makes fun of me because I love baseball. Um, but just the chants you guys get going throughout the stadium and to have that many people. I don't know, man. I hopefully one day I'll be able to travel overseas and experience, but I will have no clue what I'm cheering for, to be honest.
honestly, if that's what you're going to do at some point, I would honestly go to a Liverpool match at Anfield, sit behind the cop side, which is a specific part of the stadium,
Okay.
and just listen. Man. Just listen. The fans are insane. Once Liverpool fans get going, it's it's man, it's so weird. Like you just feel, and I'm not really a spiritual kind of person or anything, but you
Hmm.
feel the energy of everyone else, and that sort of reflects not just on the fans as well, but the team.
Uh huh.
Like you can sense that the team feel that from everyone behind them, and they just push and they push. Yeah, it's insane.
That
Connection.
sounds that sounds amazing, man. That's literally sounds not I don't not heaven, but that just sounds like a place that I definitely I definitely want to be. Um,
Yeah.
all right, man. As we're starting to wrap things up, I give everyone 60 seconds at the end of every podcast to say whatever it is they want. You can talk about whatever you want, minus politics and religion, because that just divides us, and we want to come
Uh,
together.
um, um,
You're all right.
I mean, that's swivel over. Honestly, um, I probably just want to say thank you to everyone. Thank everyone at Ulfhednar for giving me the opportunity and bringing me in. Um, thank you for the people who support me since day one. Thank you for sticking with me. Yeah, man. I don't. There's only so many ways you can show your gratitude without physically turning up at someone's house and giving them all a bouquet of flowers and all that crap. But yeah, I'm working on some stuff. I'm putting some stuff together. Some of it may take time. Some of it may not. Um, and we'll see where it goes. Stay positive. Stay humble. I mean, don't forget your roots. We all
Yes.
started once. And yeah, that's it, man. Just a massive fucking thank you to absolutely everyone and everyone at Ulford now. You're all brothers. I love you to bits. Keep doing what you're doing.
Awesome. And I just again, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast, man. I really appreciate it. For anyone who doesn't know, his Twitter handle is at officially Daft. Go check him out, man. Give him a follow. Go check out his Twitch. It's amazing content. You will have fun. If you want my Twitter handle, it's MidwayJJ. That's it, man. That's a wrap. I appreciate everyone coming out. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for listening to Daft. Again, go check him out. Twitter at officially Daft. I'll see y'all next week.